Okay, so cast your mind back to a little while ago. You might remember me speaking on the channel in negative terms about a previous book by Don Bentley for the Jack Ryan Jr. series called 0 Hour. I admit I've been pretty outspoken about how I felt negatively about that book, and Don Bentley has written another book for the series, and let me just say that this one was phenomenal. What's up guys, welcome back to Unlimited Reads. My name is Chris and today I'll be giving my spoiler-free review of Tom Clancy's Flashpoint, written by Don Bentley, published at the end of May. I'm pleased to say that I really enjoyed this one for many reasons, and I have to admit I was nervous going in because the previous book that Don Bentley contributed to the series, 0 Hour, I have been pretty outspoken about how I found the book negative. To me, it didn't really work, and I just wasn't happy with it. But this book was a complete turnaround and could be one of the best in the series, and that's massive. Okay, so let's start, as I always do, with about the plot. So this time around, Jack Ryan Jr. finds himself embroiled in the middle of a conspiracy where two aircraft, one from China and one from America, collide, and what this does, it creates a flashpoint in the South China Sea. And if you don't know, the South China Sea is one of the most contested bodies of water on the planet. China are very, very possessive of it, and as Jack races against the clock to put all the pieces together, the campus comes under attack, with certain campus members being either incapacitated or abducted. So it's all down to Jack now, as the de facto campus leader, to stand up, take the lead and get to the bottom of the conspiracy, while at the same time desperately trying to find the campus operator that has gone missing. So as tensions escalate further, Jack has to find the conspirators who come very close to sparking a major war between China and America. So this conspiracy is designed to set China and America against each other. So it gets pretty tense at times. I have a lot of positives with this book. So, for instance, President Ryan, Mary Pat, the Director of National Intelligence, and John Clark get a lot more page time with this one. Clark is one of the original Rainbow Six elite operators, and in this one he steps in and heads up an operation to recover a device which is found on a Filipino fishing trawler, and it ends up being one of the keys to the conspiracy. Now, a previous book that Marc Cameron wrote for the series, Red Winter, it was a prequel book that featured Mary Pat Foley, the Director of National Intelligence, and President Ryan working closely together behind the Iron Curtain. In this novel, their relationship is explored a little more, particularly when Jack Ryan Sr. is going through another personal crisis in this book. Now, it was only a year ago that his wife, Kathy Ryan, was abducted, and he's still reeling from that experience because at that point he had to step down as Commander-in-Chief because he couldn't perform his role effectively in office, and Kathy has never been the same. So he's still haunted by that, and he just didn't need what happens in this book piled on his plate. Now, I like how the series has new blood in the form of two Special Forces operators by the name of Carrie and Jad. They are a sniper and spotter team on loan to the campus to help Jack Jr. at the beginning of the book in Germany to conduct a routine surveillance operation. They're being groomed by the campus as potential recruits to join the team full time. So it's a really interesting thing for the series. There's always new blood coming in. It can only be a good thing. And already I've developed a really good rapport with these characters because they do throw a little bit of comic relief into the book. So looking forward to reading more about those two characters as the series goes on. I really liked how Jack and Lisanne's story arc is explored a little bit further on the romantic front. So they are involved, and it explores the ups and downs of their relationship, and eventually comes to a resolution at the end, which is really, really satisfying. And we have Jack at the end questioning his role as a future campus operator. Does he want to be a campus operator, or does he want to step back a little bit and have an ongoing relationship with Lisanne? So as the series goes on, I'm sure we'll get the answer to that. Now, the urgency around finding the missing campus operator is really, really tense, and stopping a potential war. It's brilliantly done by Don Bentley here. It goes right down to the wire and has a very, very satisfying ending. So really, really enjoyed that part of the book. Some parts of the book, I'm not ashamed, I found myself misting up a little bit. There were some emotional scenes there because, you know, it seems strange being a high octane thriller and all, but you've got to remember I have been a Tom Clancy fan for decades, and I've known these characters for years, and I have a real soft spot for them, and it is my favourite thriller series of all time, and couldn't help it because the campus gets really shook up with this one. It really does, and it was very, very sobering, but I have such, you know, a high regard for these characters, I couldn't not get upset. So that was awesome and very, very well done on Don Bentley's part. The negatives, the only negative I would say is the beginning was just a little bit slow to get going. That's it. Once things started to pick up, when I got to the second third of the book, it was just the pedal was to the metal all the way. It held my attention. It was addictive. I was looking for every opportunity to get back into the book, and it was really, really compelling. But that was the only small gripe, that it was a little bit slow at the beginning. Overall, I absolutely enjoyed this one. I read the last half of the book in 2 sittings. It was fantastic. It was addictive, and have to say, it is now one of my favourite books in the entire series, and that's massive because I didn't enjoy 0 Hour at all. With this one, I felt that Don Bentley really had his finger on the pulse of the characters, which is a 180-degree turnaround from the last book. I felt that he didn't know the characters well, but he fleshed them out really well in this one, and I was really impressed and nervous going in, but I had nothing to worry about because he did a fantastic job with this book. He has redeemed himself in my eyes, and I really like the authentic flavour he brought to the book with things like the cutting-edge technology of nuclear-powered submarines and White House politics and that sort of thing. It was just so impressive. So I can't speak highly enough of the book. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Offer up any feedback below as usual, and I will always respond to that. And yeah, until the next video, guys, which won't be too far away, I'll see you later.